There's the cut block of logging. Really close, so there'll be a lot more of these trees come falling down with wind. Here's the big picture location, Vancouver Island on the west coast of British Columbia. The red mark is the rough area of my hike near Port Alberni. Here's the E&N Railway's Port Alberni subdivision going from right to left from Parksville to Port Alberni, and the other line going up the coast is part of the Victoria subdivision on its way up to Courtenay. And the red line is the area of my hike, and as you can see, it's not a very long hike. Here's a close-up of the area of my hike at the Port Alberni summit alongside Highway 4. Red circle on the right side is the start of my hike. Red circle near the left is the turnaround at Loon Lake, close to the new campground. That red square in the middle is the area where I encountered a lot of windfall trees that were right beside a recent cut block. That's the extent of my hike, 1.5 miles out and then 1.5 miles back. Total walking of about 4.8 kilometers. That's Highway 4. That's the east climb up the Port Alberni summit. And now we're just taking a little road up to the E&N Railway. Just up there. There's the railway grade. Looking down grade east, not going that way today. Upgrade westward, that's where I'm going. This is the 2.2% grade. It's the steepest on the entire E&N. The grade is relatively clear because of recent work done installing a fiber optic cable underground. There are a few peekaboo views of the highway from the railway and vice versa along here just before the summit. When trains were running, which is more than 20 years ago now, back in the day, sometimes they would double up this hill, which means take half the train up, leave the cars at a spur, and then come back down for the remaining cars. I'll show you that doubling spur when we get there. Up ahead is our first peekaboo view of the highway. It's always ironic to see the truck traffic on the highway when I'm at this spot, because of course the railway could take a lot of trucks off the highway. I love this area. Hey! So the railway name for the summit here is Locharkaig. Good Scottish name. This is always a squishy area around here, very muddy. And coming up we got the spring growth of plants on either side. Things grow quickly in this area. So the fiber optic cable project was completed, I'm going to say about February 2022. And it runs beside 8 miles of this E&N Port Alberni subdivision. And we're about in the middle of it. Highway is still up above. Show you what it looks like, where we just came from. I love this rock cut. Coming up on the left, the mile 21 sign. Oh, that's nice. Here comes the summit. Oh, I love these little ponds. This large windfall tells me that the Locharkaig spur, doubling spur, is right here, and there's some spare rail. And the doubling spur is just in here. Here's the grade of it, and then a drop off. So the grade continues down there. I've played in there a few times before. Don't need to do it now. Summit Lake on the right, and the Trestle coming up straight ahead, mile 21.4. A pretty little timber pile trestle. Continuing straight down here is past this trestle is 0.4 of a mile, and then the next trestle on a perfect tangent. And so I'm going to play with my camera zoom and get a distorted zoom in of the next trestle from this trestle. We'll see how that works. So here's Summit Lake, mile 21.4. We have some windfalls up ahead. It's the end of the trestle. Okay, so I'll see some windfalls up at the mile 21.8 trestle just before it. You can actually see in the right hand side of the grade the switch stand on the far side of the trestle zoomed in with some zoom distortion. Zoom distortion's an odd thing. Makes the distances appear much compressed. I love Summit Lake. This is one of my peaceful go-to places that I just haven't been to for a while, since December. But I like it because for year-round it's not too difficult access and there's no problem broom weeds, so there's no tick issues. That is a big deal. So the cable down the middle is from the fiber optic project, and they just haven't removed it. Maybe they're still doing some checkups on things, but the cable is a safety requirement. When you're doing work for an employer with WorkSafe BC coverage, you have to do certain things. That's just the way it is. So the forest company Mosaic has been doing a couple things in this area. One is they've been building a campground at Loon Lake, and I might see evidence of that when we get to the final trestle, because apparently this was the opening weekend for the campground. The other thing they've been doing is they've logged a cut block between the railway here on the left side and the highway. And because the railway right-of-way extends for a number of feet on either side of the tracks, there's part of the trees that weren't logged because they weren't owned by Mosaic. I refer to it as a buffer, but really it's just the E&N right-of-way. It will be interesting to see over time if that results in a lot more windfalls, because now it's just a thin buffer that's susceptible to the wind. And maybe that's what has happened up ahead. I don't know. Looking up above, and you can see the open area above there. So that's a new thing. Yeah. So what a thin buffer area this is here to the railway. And this windfall has got to be within the last month or so, or even more recent. There's a cut block of logging. Really close, so there'll be a lot more of these trees come falling down with wind. Oh yeah, it gets a little bit ugly. Wow. But wait, there's more. The orange thing marks the manhole cover for the fiber optic. which is obliterated by the Mosaic Windfall. So let's walk through this mess. Nice little thump when it landed there. It's all this mess. Nice. Nice mess. Okay, through. Nice mess of tangles there. Wow. Okay, now to the friendly confines of the trestle. Some of these ties are rather loose and rotting, so have to be careful. And again, there's the mosaic block up there. This is my camera phone on wide angle. And the switch stand up here on the right with the green reflector is what I saw a while ago from the previous trestle zoomed in. Looking back at the trestle. And again the moonscape up there. It's going to take me a long time to get used to that gap of nothingness up there. Everyone's got their biases and the things that they like and don't want to see change, and the things that they're okay with seeing change, and so I know we're all different. So I acknowledge my bias, whatever it might be. I'm just happy to be out here walking today. I enjoy this area. I'm thankful that the siding here, Aerosmith siding, is visible and walkable. I've been here in recent years when it's been a thicket of woods, but now I'm curious how long it'll take before everything grows back. Constant change, that's the way it is. Coming up to the Loon Lake trestle. So right around here is mile 22. There's no post. And then the trestle is mile 22.1. There's a RV pulling out from the new campground. The new reality here. Much busier place. I'll have to see what the impact is over time. I'm heading back and heading eastward, just at this east end of the Aerosmith siding, about mile 21.9. And around this corner is the trestle. I'll give a nicer view by walking over to the siding. There's the trestle, Mount Aerosmith behind it. switch is lined for the main line like it's supposed to be. I'm back on this trestle, the mile 21.8 trestle. It's the longest one on the E&N's Port Alberni subdivision. And the barrier at the end of the recent windfalls. So I am going to think that those windfalls are very recent for a couple of reasons. One, windfalls around here, I've discovered, get cleaned up really quickly by recreational users. And I mean within like 1 or 2 weeks. At least they're bucked up or limbed. And then the other thing is there was a significant windstorm middle of last week. And so I am thinking that these came down then, middle of last week. Now, they were probably more at risk to come down because of the thin band of trees that were just left after Mosaic did their cut block. But they are windfalls. I've looked at the end of the trees and saw the roots pushed up like a tree that's fallen over in the wind. I am no expert, that's just my speculation. Okay, time to walk through the tangle once again. Well, bye-bye windfalls. Until next time. And these ones here are rather easy. Okay, I'm glad I'm through that. As I walk along the summit cut block. And here comes the mile 21.4 trestle. My first one today and my last one today. This is Summit Lake in the sunshine. Okay, until I see you again. In there, the old rails of the Locharkaig doubling spur. I'm at the summit. Going to be going downhill down that 2.2% grade. I can hear Highway 4. It's just above me to the right. This has been a lovely late morning on Victoria Day. Oh yeah, I love the cool of this rock cut. On a warm day like today, this is refreshing. Oh yeah, feels nice. Lovely. Little 21 post in the distance. I love this rock cut. Very close to Highway 4 here. I can really get a sense of the downhill here. 2.2% going down. Coming up just ahead is the little work level crossing that was used for maintenance equipment back in the day. And it's where I step off the railway. Often I do hikes that start here and go down the slope, and that's when I get from here to Cameron Lake. I love that area, but it's not for me today. I just enjoyed this short walk that I did today from here back up to the Alberni summit area with the 3 trestles. That was nice. Anyway, this is nice and clean here.
where I came from.